famous song about did I love you too little, did I love you too much? I can't remember the name of it now. Edie Gourmet was very famous at singing it. But it so well looks at how people second guess, and you've talked about knowing your role in the situation, and a lot of people don't. And I suggest and I encourage my clients to ask for feedback, and yet many people, even if you ask for it, don't offer it, or if they offer it, it's in the dumping form rather than to be gracious and tactful. So many people are really information poor about how they are perceived.
And even if you ask, Dr. Duffy, you never know how honest somebody is really going to be.
Yes.
Because somehow we think in those situations that it's best not to be honest.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And we think we're doing the person a better service. My clients often ask me, if I don't want to go out with someone again, what should I do? And if I throw it back to them, they say, well, I should just tell them that, I'll get back to them, maybe next week, and just don't call them. That's going to be the easiest thing to do. And I jump up and down and I say it's the worst thing you can do, because when you have hopes and expectations, it could last for weeks or months, that because you believed what they said, and they said that they'll get back to you.
Right.
And one of the things that I think is so vital is that there is nobody who's perfect for you, except there is someone who is the perfect match for you. So, let me say that again. There is no perfect person, but there is someone who's perfect for you.
But a perfect match, not a perfect person, but a perfect match.
Yes. And also, oftentimes we have this checklist. It's not about your must-haves, but it's about the checklist that they need to be between 38 and 42 and a half. Can't be over 5'10", and they must have, and the list can go on and on. And I've had clients who have dated and have married those people, and when I asked them how was the relationship, it was sad, it was lonely, it didn't feel right. And sometimes you're going to meet someone who has some extraneous things that you go, ugh, are you kidding me? I'm trying to think of something. You like to go hiking? Oh, my God. You're not really that religious? Oh. Or whatever those things are. And sometimes those things that you've never experienced before turn out to be the best things to complement your own life.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean sacrificing your must-haves. For example, someone who values, the time that you might want to spend with your children, or someone who absolutely wants to get married or doesn't want to get married, or someone who isn't interested in an equal partner, or someone who isn't motivated or ambitious. There are things that you learn from your past relationships that you can't sacrifice. And they're often things that are not on a checklist.
Right.
How you want to feel in the relationship with that person. And the number one on my list is that whoever I'm with, I need to be a priority in that person's life. And when you're not a priority, it means that the relationship is imbalanced. And priority doesn't mean 100% all the time. It means that you know that you are number one in this person's life ultimately.
ultimately you are
Yes,
number
I mean,
one.
look,
yes.
somebody could, be working 12 hours a day for 4 months because they have to do it, but you're still number one in their life. Or their kids are going through a rough time and they need to be with them. Or they have an elderly parent. But nonetheless, you know that you are the priority.
Right. You really feel that you are special, you are cherished.
Yes, that you are cherished.
Right.
Absolutely. And
yes.
you feel it in your heart.
Right. So forget about a checklist. Now, I think if someone, say, has had a problematic marriage because they were different religions or something, they might make a point to say, this time around, I want someone of my own religion.
Absolutely.
It's just
absolutely.
Yeah. So
yes. Also, and don't be afraid of jumping into online dating or apps. One of the things that I do a lot in my practice is help people navigate the whole online dating process, from writing profiles to sending the first email to safety precautions, because it is the best pool of eligible people. It doesn't mean that you're going to meet a lot of people that you might not be interested in, but all you need one, and I know of so many great stories for people who have found love second time around through the online dating sites.
And this is what I tell my clients as well. I don't teach flirting and dating the way you do, but of course, when my people are in my practice, I talk about online as a digital village, that we just don't have the local matchmakers anymore. So we have to rely upon this, and so you'll get people who are interested in dating. Now, I find with my clients, the hardest thing they have to do is write their own description.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's where I come in, because I am brutally honest, but I want them to maximize their chances and their opportunities, because there is so much competition out there. And you got to do things a little bit different.
Brutally honest. Tell me, what do you mean?
About me being brutally honest?
Yes.
If I'm bored when I read your profile, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
If I think your photos, obviously I've seen you in person, absolutely don't do you justice.
Right.
Or they're just irritating to me. Or I will have you show your photos to 3 people in your life, and especially if you are heterosexual, the opposite sex, if you are gay or lesbian, to someone of the same sex. I want, oftentimes, you want someone who is also out there.
Right.
Or the sex of the person that you're seeking. And one of the things that I totally recommend is sometimes you have to be a little unusual. In your profile, you can even talk about some of your warts. Because that's something that's really different, and most people don't do that.
And everyone has warts, Fran Greene.
Yes. For example, I might say, I hate cats, I'm allergic to cats. Please don't have a cat, and if you do, give it away and go visit it. Just being...
Yeah, be real.
Be real and talk to the person.
Yeah. And I imagine many women want men who are conversant, and to say, look, you have to be willing to carry on a conversation, have a discussion. If there's conflict, to deal with it, to look at it, that sort of thing. Could you see saying something like that?
Oh,
maybe not on a paragraph, but
I think the best kind of profiles are anecdotal, they tell a story. They don't list, I want someone who's blah, 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 but rather you write by example. So instead of saying, I am really tenacious, you might describe a story where you were absolutely incensed that you had a new tire and it got a flat and you had 10 miles on it and you were getting nowhere, that you said to the tire company that, you say to me, I have to return the tire? And they said, yes, if you return the tire, then we'll give you your money back. And you said to yourself, you know what, I'm going to return that tire. And you explain in a story way of something that reflects who you are. And that's so powerful.
Interesting. Wow, that is unusual. One of my clients is really so funny, and he talks about how he can't stand reading these sites where everything is about love walking on the beach.
Oh, please, don't get me started yet.
Yeah, love going. Yeah, it's all romantic, love candlelight dinners. Yeah, what is that?
So when was the last time you had a candlelight dinner?
Right, exactly.
I mean, really?
Yeah. We do have to close, unfortunately. I can't believe it. Fran Greene, you must come on again.
Oh, I would love to.
Yes. So I want everyone to know that you have made a stupendous offer to people that if they buy your book, which is entitled The Dating Again with Courage and Confidence, a 5-step plan to revitalize your love life after heartbreak, breakup, or divorce. And if they purchase your book and write a review for Amazon, they get a full hour free consult with you, either in person or on the phone.
Yes.
And to get in touch with you.
And if somebody wants to reach me, they can call me directly at 631-265-LOVE.
Oh.
That's 631-265-LOVE. Or they can email me at flirtingcoach@yahoo.com. That's flirtingcoach@yahoo.com. Or find me on my website, which is frangreene.com. That's FRANGREENE.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Fran Greene. It's been such a pleasure. You are officially invited back. We'll have another date, Fran Greene. And this is Dr. Duffy Spencer saying goodbye for now and wishing you great relationships.